So today's topic is why I think some men get tired of nice girls. Why guys literally get bored. And when we start to take you for granted and we start to disrespect you and we don't listen when you speak, we lose attraction for you and we either start to cheat or break up with you or etc, right? So for the ones that don't know me, my name is Greta Bereisaite. I'm dating and relationship coach for women. I've been a coach for women since 2016 17 officially, so I have a lot of experience through coaching clients and etc. So I'm here to give you kind of my own perspective, and I'm here to engage and talk to you. Hello, that's my cat's hair. Hello, everyone who's watching. Hi, James. Hi, everyone. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead with the topic, and then after we will engage, we will talk, I will answer your questions. I have questions for you guys, so just stick with me and bear with me. At first, I kind of want to just cover the topic at least a little bit, okay? I love talking to you guys. I think it's really fun. So I have some points. So number one point is being nice doesn't make you unforgettable, right? What makes you unforgettable? Having a little bit of the edge, having a bit of opinion, having a little bit of banter. But I want to make a clear point that at the end of the day, it's all about balance. If you're just insanely edgy, if you're arguing all the time, if you're creating drama, if you're doing hot and cold, mixed signals, teasing guys, making them jealous and all of that, that's purely toxic. Guys, at the end of the day, we will just be, it's just too much drama, it's too many problems, especially guys that are mature. We're gonna be like, I don't have time for this. If, on the other hand, you're very settled and you don't have an opinion, you're very passive. So passive is feminine, but bear with me, I'll explain to you more. You're very passive, you follow whatever he tells you to do, you're scared to set in boundaries. It's gonna get, you don't have an opinion, gonna get very boring for guys very quickly, right? So a woman that guys don't get bored of is, yes, if you are, let's say, you have similar interests, you get on, and you're a nice good girl, like about 50% or even maybe 70%, but you have that 30% edge, like you have this edge. So for example, if he is making you do things that are going against your values, you can't stand up for yourself. You can have a bit of edge, you banter back. If he's pushing, if he's being cheeky, if he's being a bit disrespectful, or maybe even if he's not a bit disrespectful, maybe you just sometimes come up with a joke, or you yourself, you're like a bit of like authentic self. A lot of times, let's say if you have a church, right, and you have 20 church girls that are very submissive, very nice, and everybody just goes like, oh, this girl is amazing, she's so nice, she's so kind, this girl is da 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 da. It has to be something that makes you stand out. What's gonna make you stand out? A bit of banter, a bit of edge. It's not gonna be the best cooking, the best cake that you made, because that's a bit boring. It's just great. He'll eat the cake. He'll be like, that was very delicious. You're a wife material. But it's not, there has to be of chemistry, edge, banter. That's where the chemistry comes in. When a guy approaches you and he sweeps you off your feet, right? And you banter back a bit, instead of being like, oh, yes, my husband came, he's so nice, I'm so happy. That's what's gonna make you stand out. Okay, let me see, I have some notes. So guys, engage with yourself, have fun. I will ask you some questions. Tell me, guys, am I telling the truth? What do you like? And I'll talk to you all. So, okay. Okay, there are other things. With the nice girl, there is no reason for a guy to chase you or to pursue you because you're so nice. You're always there. You always reply straight away. You're always available. You're very kind, by meaning kindness is very good, by the way, but you have to be careful with that. So you're very attentive. So if he's having a bad day, you're texting him da 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 da. He's pulling away, you're texting him da 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 da. He wants to meet up with you every day, you're there, you drop everything da 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 da. Right? He tells you something off, you're a nice girl, so you're scared to set in a boundary, right? You're scared to tell him no. You're scared to tell him, oh, you disrespected me. So you're very passive and you're very submissive. And again, what happens? He gets bored. Why? Because there is no chase, there is no balance, there is no edge, there is no mystery, there is no chemistry. A lot of guys will say, that get into long-term relationships. A lot of guys, we say, she's a lovely, nice girl, but I fell out of love. And by that we mean she became like my sister. You don't want to become like his sister and you don't want to become like his mom. You want to become like his partner, his love, his, I wouldn't say priority, maybe that's asking too much, but you want him to love you like a man loves a woman, with passion, with chemistry, to be there for you, to have your back. And ladies, when you're not that 100% submissive, then you can stand up for yourself and you bring a bit of the edge. Even if you're gonna have a bit of an argument, even if he steps back, even if he pulls away, even if there is a bit of trigger, he remembers. Next time he knows not to mess around. This will make him intrigued. Ladies, if you think about it, right? When, so this may not sound very healthy, but when a guy, like this, right? When a guy breaks up with a nice girl, or what guys actually do, we are kind of like feel a bit bad to break up with a nice girl, so we make her break up with him. How do we make her break up with him? By becoming a really lousy, bad boyfriend. So eventually she gets fed up and she breaks up with him, right? And or he cheats on her. That's what usually happens, because we don't want to break up with a nice girl, because you have to have like a decent excuse to break up with a nice girl, and you don't have an excuse. You're like, she's perfect, why am I breaking up with her? So when you kind of become lazy, lousy boyfriend, then she breaks up with you eventually. Then you can tell like, oh, she broke up with me, right? But he gets over that quite quickly. He might remember it like, oh, she was so nice, or he will come back to her for an ego stroke here and there because she was so nice and she's always there and very attentive. But we don't, we don't stay around. We are bored. Now, ladies, if you know guys who broke up with girls that were a bit edgy and who were standing up for themselves, these girls are in their minds for a long time. These guys, when we break up with them, they furious. We talk about them, we getting therapy, we getting this, we getting that, because we can't get her out of his head. Why? Because she was intriguing, she was passionate, there was chemistry, she stood up for herself, he couldn't read her, there was mystery. So I'm not coaching you, don't get it wrong. I'm not coaching you to be a bad girl, definitely not. I think it can get really, really toxic and people will get hurt, and you cannot build anything healthy on chaos and drama. But I would say it's more about the balance. So be a nice girl, but have your edge. Be able to stand up for yourself, respect yourself, have boundaries. Don't be scared to banter back and have a bit of an opinion. That's what makes you you. Let me see what I haven't started to discuss yet. So guys, I'm gonna okay, anybody who is making, I just saw a really nasty comment. Anyone who's making like bad comments or vulgar or inappropriate stuff, right? You're gonna be blocked. I'm like, I don't have time for nonsense. You will be blocked. So if you want to stay on this chat, be respectful, be nice. You can engage, but otherwise you're gonna be blocked. Next one. A woman with, let's see, right. A woman with standards creates a bit of tension. A woman with standards is somebody that a man needs to pursue, right? When you get a girl quite easy, a lot of times, yes, it's satisfying, but you lose interest. A lot of men will lose interest, especially masculine men. Masculine men like the pursuit. Masculine men need to feel like they need to win you to appreciate you. A lot of times, with a masculine man, let's say he's interested in the beginning, right? And he's kind of like having a chat with you and you're showing interest by like kind of talking to you, right? And when a woman is attracted to this man, right? And she asks him out, right? This woman, let's say, asks him out because she's like impatient, she's attracted. This is how you turn a masculine man off straight away. Then he'll be like, oh, I'm not sure, I'm really busy, I have this business, I don't have time, da 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 da. Even if he was interested in the beginning. So with masculine men, with very masculine men, we love to win you, we love to pursue you. So we go for ladies that banter, the girls that don't fall for their charms and flattery, the girls that don't stare at him when he walks them 6'6" and handsome and charms every single thing that walks on 2 feet, right? You don't stare at him. When he comes to you and you act normal, your heart is not beating, your fingers are not not shaking. When you act chill and normal, that's when he's intrigued. She's not impressed. She's not chasing. That's when he makes a conversation. He might be making conversation with you all night long and not asking for your number. Why is that? To see, will you ask him for the number first? And if you're ready to walk away, not asking his number because you just had a conversation and enjoyed the moment by just having a conversation, guess what's happening? He sees you walking away. Now he's running after you. Greta, Greta, where are you going? You didn't give me your number. Huh? Did I not? And then he's like, huh, so even though it looked like she's into me, even though we had an amazing conversation, she was ready just to walk away. Now he's like, I want to see you again. This is how you show the edge. This is how you show I'm not desperate to be with you, even if you're the hottest thing walking on this earth. This is what makes you intriguing. This is what makes you stand out from the rest, because the other women, guess what we're doing? We're chasing, we're pursuing, we're competing, we're chatting this guy up when he's buying the coffee. We're putting their number on the cup of coffee when we hand the coffee. Stand out. That's what he'll remember, and he'll pursue you properly. When he feels like you are high value, like you're like a challenge, a masculine man will go out of his way and he will pursue you properly, not a feminine man. A feminine man will have no idea what to do with you. Huge difference. Big difference. A feminine man is used to women fighting for him. A feminine man doesn't approach women. He just stands there, maybe looks good. Women go and approach him. He takes what he has. He doesn't have to try to kiss you first. He doesn't bloody know anything. He doesn't know how to lead you, how to be firm, how to be confident, and the rest. So a feminine man will not pursue a woman that's a challenge or that likes a man that takes the lead, because he doesn't know how to lead, because he was dating women that were leading him. that we're being too keen. Right. A nice girl overgives too soon, overgives her body, overgives her loyalty. She shows that she cares too much too soon. This is how guys get bored, right? You take it and you're bored. A nice girl overshares her feelings and emotions too quickly. She shares her heart, her vulnerabilities, and all of that. Now, guess what? There is no mystery, there is no challenge, there is no edge. He gets bored because that removes all the masculine pursuit. Why should he pursue you when he knows everything about you? Why should he try to impress you when you're overgiving, when you're overcaring? He's like, I already have her. I didn't have to lift a finger and I already have her, you know? Speaking of being bored, are you kidding? What a great, thank you. Dublin, I lived in Dublin, Chris. I lived in Dublin for 7 years before. A lot of blabbering, I know. We're talking a lot, we're talking here about why guys lose interest in nice girls. Okay, guys, I have some notes. Let me see. Oh, you know what I wanted to actually mention? Okay, let me do this and then I'm going to mention something that's a little bit weird. So this is what I wanted to mention. Kindness is good, right, ladies? People, guys call me kind all the time. Guys call me sweet all the time. And go like, Greta is very sweet. Greta is very kind. Greta is very quite passive. I'm quite passive and I'm quite a follower if the guy is masculine and if he can lead, right? But being too passive, that's when it's too boring. Or following when you don't agree with him, that's when it's too boring. Going to a restaurant that, let's say you go, he's taking you to eat pasta and you don't want pasta, that's boring, that's passive. If you don't mind, that's fine. But if you actually do mind because you really want something else, you know, say something. Now, what I wanted to talk about, so this is a little bit, it's kind of off topic and on topic as well. You know that girl, so guys, I'm sure you all know it. You know that girl, I forgot her name, that said she slept with 1,000 men in one night, right? And I saw an interview, just like, I didn't watch a full interview, I never watched a full interview, but somebody asked her, a lady asked her a question. So she said, I didn't sleep with 1,000 men in one night. She actually said, I slept with 1,050 something men in one night. And this lady said, why? Like, because your goal was to sleep with 1,000 men, right? Why did you sleep with 1,050? She said, because after 1,050 guys were still waiting and I felt bad. Can you imagine? She said, I felt bad. So what to me that shows? It shows that this girl's values and priorities are really messed up. You know, when you, let's say, if you have 30 starving children who don't have food and you give food to 10, and then, you know, that, you know, you might feel guilty that you didn't have food for 30 children to give, right? But to feel guilty that you didn't give your body to the other 50 men that are waiting, it just shows that somebody was raised with messed up values, that doesn't have their priorities and moral values in check, you know? And also it shows that in a way this person is a bit too nice, too kind. This is where your kindness and niceness can sometimes lead you if you don't have your values in check. So what I would say, the most important thing in life is to have your moral values in check, what's the right thing to do in check, and then your kindness and niceness comes after, because your kindness and niceness need to align with your moral values. If you don't have moral values, if you don't know what's right and wrong, and you're just putting kindness and niceness first, You can be used, abused, manipulated, and walked all over, left, right, and center. And you can be the most low-value woman that there is. Okay? So, now let's talk to you all. Thank you all for watching. Guys, actually, what are your topics? What would you like to talk about that's appropriate and nice and not something that's nice and kind and right? I'll give you some topics actually. Wait. Have some topics written down. Okay. Tell me, have you ever ghosted a nice girl? Have you ever ghosted a nice girl? Who of you guys has ever ghosted a nice girl? Please tell me. Have you ever broken up with a nice girl, with a nice, good girl that is a little bit boring? Let me see the comments. Never. You never broke up with a nice girl. Well, that's very good. It's good to know that there is good, kind man out there. Even if you're not busy. No, guys, I have a question for you all watching. Tell me, have you ever ghosted a nice girl? Let's be real. Let's be honest. I would love to see your comments because there are women watching here as well. I got ghosted by a nice girl. Interesting. Why do you think that happened? What's ghosting a girl? Leaving. Have you ever left a girl because she was too nice? Have you ever left a girl? Be honest, you lads in here. Exactly, Deborah. Have you ever left a girl because she was too nice, too good, too kind, too passive, too giving, too much attention, wearing her heart on the sleeve? Never. Girls said me stupid. Okay. I'm sorry, ma'am. So none of you ever ghosted a nice girl. All of you love nice girls. Do all of you love nice girls? Is that what you all saying? Ghosting is suddenly for, okay. Not like that, matter of fact. I'm looking for a kind girl. Okay. So none of you ever ghosted left a nice girl. With a potty mouth. Okay, so that potty mouth is not a nice girl. Nope. Okay, so this is what guys will tell you. I love it. So this is what guys will tell you. If you ask a guy what he is looking for, he will say to you, I'm looking for a nice girl. This is what majority of guys will tell you, right? They will be like, I'm looking for a nice girl. And then what happens? If the girl is too, dormant, too giving, too overgiving, guess what happens? He gets bored and he disappears. If guys would love nice girls so much, I think all of us would be happily married by the age of in our early 20s. Because majority of us were raised in be nice, be giving, be overgiving, be caring and all of that, right? But no, you guys are being cheeky. You're not thinking. Unless you're how do you describe a nice girl, guys? Give me a response. How do you guys describe a nice girl? What's a nice girl? What is your dream woman? Guys, be honest. Be raw and honest. What is your dream woman? What do you find the most attractive in a woman? What is your dream woman? But you're speaking from your experience. No, I'm not speaking from my experience, guys. I'm speaking from experience of coaching 3,000 women one-on-one. I'm not speaking from my experience. Okay, I'm a relationship coach since 2016. I coach thousands and thousands of women. So I'm speaking not from my own experience. I'm speaking from coaching. Tell me, what is your dream woman, your dream girl? What are you insanely attracted to? What is it? Tell me. No body count. Oh dear, this is going so fast. No body count. Okay, no body count. Your dream girl, right? You want that. No body count. A nice, sweet girl, right? Guys, how many body counts you have? What about your body counts? What about your body counts? Girls with no buttocks, amazing. What about zero, zero, really? Body counts with zero? Are you all really good guys here? 11, you see 1,000, right? I'm not bad considering, right? Your body counts are quite high, but you want a woman with no body counts. -10. Right, I see. Well, you know what it says in the Bible? It says a man and a woman has to be virtuous. Not just a woman, but a man and a woman. So if you want a woman with no body counts, how about you not having any body counts either? Okay, let's say this. You like a virtuous woman, you like a woman with no body count. Body count is how many times how many guys you slept with or how many girls you slept with. Right? Okay. What else do you find attractive? Okay, so ladies, pay attention. Sleeping around makes men insecure. Not just insecure, they see you as not very valuable, right? Fair enough. I heard it all my life. I agree with that. Okay. What is making what insecure? Okay, what makes you the curvy figure? You like curvy figure, right? Eyes. No. Eye for an eye, right? You're a simple right. What makes you attracted to girls? Tell me, guys, what make you really attracted to girls? Give me what makes you like, oh, she is the one. She's the one. You know that the eye contact, you love eye contact. I love eye contact to eye contact, ladies. But guys, with an eye contact, I actually agree with that. But you have to start the eye contact. You have to hold the eye contact. So I find it that in UK, I think majority of guys, where are you coming from? Let me know where you are all coming from. Are you coming from UK, USA? I'm assuming it's USA, but let me know where you're all from. Because in UK, a lot of men don't hold eye contact. India, USA, okay. Armenia, Australia, Turkey, USA, India, okay. India, okay. Right, cool, amazing, amazing. Chile, Bulgaria, Sri Lanka, wow, that's amazing. Canada, India, London, someone's from London. Hi, Harry. Germany, Australia, that's amazing. That's amazing. Canada, Australia, cool, amazing. So I was gonna say in UK, not many guys do an eye contact. You know, a lot of guys, maybe they're being a bit respectful, or maybe it's a bit of a confidence issue. Maybe it's even a bit rude. Culturally, seems to be a bit rude to do an eye contact here. But outside of UK, usually in Europe, eye contact, everybody does eye contact, strong eye contact. I'm not sure about USA, to be honest. I've been to USA a few times, but I never lived there, so I'm not sure. So you're saying eye contact. Okay, so no body count, eye contact. What else do you find very attractive in women? Really attractive, and I love it. It makes her really feminine and feel like a woman. It is something you can't explain. I'm a real alpha, but she is also that makes us the perfect duo. Okay, so you like a woman that's quite edgy, right? So you can handle her. This is a very good point, actually. This is a very good point. A man is able, a strong alpha male will be able to handle any woman. Because there is, like, no matter how masculine a woman is, a man will always be more masculine than a woman because he's a man, right? And women only become masculine with feminine men because somebody needs to take the lead. Because women, what we love, safety, security, protection, right? We like when things are organized. So somebody needs to take the lead. So with a feminine man, a lot of times he doesn't take the lead. And what happens, she gets desperate, she gets insecure, and she's like, I don't know what to do. And she starts to take the lead. So then she becomes masculine, right? However, if this woman is with a masculine male, if this woman is with a masculine male, then the masculine male takes over, and then she changes into feminine. And she changes into feminine because it becomes like a natural submission. You know, you naturally submit to a masculine man. When a masculine woman meets a masculine man, she's finally relieved. She's like, finally, I can be myself. I can be feminine. I can finally feel good, you know, which is very beautiful. Um, exactly. There are unwritten laws in this world. Exactly. Well, I think they are written. Whoever said F4ABL, I think they are actually written. We just ignore the written laws, you know, because even in the Bible it says it's a man and a woman, right? Masculine, feminine. A man is the leader, the provider, the protector. Woman is the feminine. She's more submissive. She's more passive. She feels more. She follows her heart a little bit more. She loses emotional control a bit more because she's a bit more insecure. Why is a woman a bit more insecure as a man? Because she's a bit more vulnerable. She's not as strong, right? Women are so passive. They not, you know what? We like when I'm with a masculine male, I love being passive. It's a really beautiful thing because he just leads and you don't have to think about anything. And when a masculine man leads, you can be playful, you can be flirty, you can be jokey, you can share your opinions. It's fun because you finally relax. When you're with a feminine man, you cannot relax, you cannot be playful, he doesn't get it. You cannot banter, he gets insecure and offended, right? You cannot have an opinion, he freaks out. How come you have an opinion? Because his opinion is weak, he's scared to have an opinion, right? So you become like, you don't even know what you become. It's really difficult actually. Like to be okay, what else do you guys like? What else do you guys like? What type of things do you guys like? What type of women? Honey, if I was married, I would not be doing this live. Let me tell you this. I don't think if I was married, my husband would really enjoy me being on a live with 70% of men. So when I get married, these lives will probably stop. So anyway, no, I'm not German. I'm from Lithuania. Right. Thank you all. Tell me more. What are you attracted, guys and women? Because there are women watching. So you guys said no body count. You like kind. What else did you say? I forgot. Guys, tell me what else you like. Is a guy feminine if he's submissive? Definitely. If a guy is submissive, he's well, if he's a little like, not necessarily. Maybe like a masculine male, okay. So this is how, what women want, but we don't tell you, right? Guys, I actually have a video for sale on my website, what women actually want, but we don't tell you. And the link to that video is in this video description. So if you're curious, go and get it. What women want, but we don't tell, right? So so this is where we like a man being nice and kind. So when we see that you're very masculine in real life, the way you're dealing with things, the way you have your life organized with your friends, with your business, we can see you are the boss, you're in charge, you're masculine, right? But you're kind of kind and generous and nice and soft with your lady, and you do things for her because you love her. This is not submissive. This is what women desire, you know, and we're not gonna walk all over a guy like that. Why? Because we can see that he's strong outside and we appreciate his kindness to us, you know, because we can see through his actions that he's not like that with everyone else. So we can see that he's going out of his way to be soft and kind to a woman because he loves her and adores her. So no, that's not submissive. However, if a guy is feminine with everybody, if he cannot stand up for himself, if he doesn't have any boundaries, if he, if then of course he's submissive and he's feminine, and that's very unattractive, because now you feel as a woman not only that I have to be careful and protect myself, now I have to protect you on top of that. Okay, let me see. Any other questions? Let me see. So let me see. I actually wrote more questions for you guys. Tell us what you like. Okay. Okay. Would you rather have a girl who is sweet or a girl who challenges you a little bit? A girl with a bit of an edge? Tell me in the comments. Would you rather? I bet guys will say, I want a sweet girl so I can walk all over her and get bored. I bet this is what you guys gonna tell me. Sweet challenge. But be real. Tell me honestly. Nobody, both. Challenge. Good. Good. Sweet. Both. Challenge. Okay. Sweet and a challenge. What about sweet and a challenge at the same time? Because I coach women to be sweet and a challenge at the same time. Be sweet, you get your sweetness, and a bit of a challenge, so a bit of an edge. Because when it's one or the other, it's too boring. It has to be the balance. What do you guys think? Tell me. I just want a woman that respects me. Yes, respect is one of the biggest love needs for a man. A woman should respect a man. This is what it is, guys. Guys, by the way, if you want, if you want to donate something, please feel free to do that, because, I'm spending this time as well here. There is a button, you can share a tip or something, or a question, or something else. Feel free. I also actually created a membership, so if you want to join that, check it out on my YouTube channel. Anyway, sorry for getting distracted. Respect, right? So a man's love need is a respect, right? These coaches are out of your league. Right? A man's love need is a respect. You know what's a woman's love need? Is caring. When a man cares about her, that's a woman's love need. When a man cares about her a lot. So when you guys show your caring, not necessarily respect. Guys think that a woman's love need is respect. It's not respect. It's what you made believe in today's society. So men are ultra respectful, but we don't show caring. So how do you show caring to a woman? By paying attention to little things, by picking her up, by dropping her, home, by driving, like caring. That's what women want. We want consistency. We want to see that you are into her through consistency. We want to see that you care. Whereas, so men, when you give respect to a woman, it's like, thanks for respecting me, but I appreciate caring more. But for women, a lot of times women give caring to a man, but we don't give him respect. So a woman come across caring, she's a bit like a mother, right? Did you take your pills today? Did you do this? How are you feeling? How da-da-da, how da-da-da? And he gets irritated. He gets irritated because it's needy, it's too much. It's like a mother. Gets irritated because caring is not his first love need. Respect is a man's first love need. Men, yes, we do need caring, but we need more respect than caring. I love how Greta completely rejects the look factor. The looks is important. Trying to look your best is important for men and for women. Definitely. I think this is really important, for a woman to look her best, to look after herself and all of that. You don't have to be perfect, but I think all of us can try and look our best. All you have to do is eat healthy, hit the gym, look after yourself, you know, and we all will look the best. And same goes for men as well, you know. Am I 50? How old do you guys I look like? How old I look like? Be honest. I can handle it, I think. You know? Um, oh, I think you guys saw an 18, I wish. 47. This is really a lot of you guys think I'm so old. Right, very mixed. I see very 16. Right, okay. I'm hearing some Eastern European values and I'm happy. Yes, I'm from Lithuania, 34. Thank you, Deborah. It seems like you're the only girl here. Right, is that how old they look like? 43 but healthy. Right, right, okay. So shall I tell you my average score, 44? It seems like I look older than my age then. Oh no, I feel a bit sad here. You look 36, right? Yeah, we all dig the big holes. I'm like, this is done now. I'm never going on this live again. Feel I'm gonna go and have a little cry and come back. Right, I'm 42 actually. I'm grandma. Thank you. Right, well, at least as you're watching, that shouldn't be too bad. I'm 42. It's my clothes. What about my clothes? Is that like granny clothes? Right. Okay. So, right, next question. Let's stick to dating and relationships, right? Why did you break up with your last girlfriend? Tell us, guys. What was the reason? What made you break up with your last girlfriend? Old-fashioned. I am very old-fashioned. I'm old school. What made you break up with your last girlfriend? I like your eyes. Thank you. I was immature. I find that men and women mature later. Nowadays, much later. She betrayed him. I'm 42. She was getting too old. Oh, that's so mean. She was getting too old. So you like this kind of Andrew Tate's way, right? A lot of young girls and you just replace them when the prettier comes, right? Yeah, exactly, guys. Get me some coffee. You can get me some coffee just by clicking this kind of donation or super chat. I think it's called like a super chat or something. Get me some coffee. Okay, so she found someone better. May I ask, Lithuania? Ukrainian women only want my money and Maria broke my heart. I see. I don't think a woman should be replaced due to her age. It's kind of shallow. It's very shallow. I agree. It's very shallow. Right. Why did you guys broke up with your girlfriends? Tell me the real reasons. I broke up because if money, she took my money and she's gone. This happens as well. This actually happens. I know some stories like that too. Greta, I love a woman who can make a good sandwich. Okay. Misalignment of goals. I see. Greta broke my heart. Okay. Are you? No, I'm not from Russia. My mom was born in Siberia, actually. I'm not Russian, but my mom was born in Siberia. I'm Lithuanian. Let me see. What other questions I have for you guys? Okay. Do you prefer to date? Do you like it when a woman has a little bit of mystery? There's a song, right? Mysterious Girl. Do you like it when a girl has a little bit of mystery, or do you want her, or do you prefer when she's a completely open book and shares everything with you? Like completely open book, right? You know everything about her. She tells you everything daily, everything. Or do you like it when a girl has a little bit of mystery? Open book, open. I got divorced because my ex cheated on me. Oh no, open book, open book, open book. Really? Open book. Yep, I became retired. Guys, if what you're telling me was true, right? I wouldn't have clients because all my clients are the nice girls saying I was so nice and open to him and he dumped me. I was so giving and over caring and he took me for granted. I pursued him first and he wasn't interested. And now you're all telling me you want an open book. So are you like lying to my face here? What's going on here? I live in UK. I live in UK, yes. I think your clients are after money by the sound of it. No, we're not after money. My clients are very nice girls. Greta was always a book, open book to me. That's why I still love her. I don't know who you are. Okay, I want to right. So you all saying open book, right? This is why, ladies, if you're watching, ladies, so still nobody got me any coffee. That is so mean. Do you guys pay on a first date? Do you not on a first date? Do you guys, when you take a woman out, do you pay? Or do you split 50-50? Yes? When you take a woman out, do you pay? Or do you split 50-50? Woman lie, not taking account of shocking. When I pay, I let her pick, okay. You pay, right. Men should pay. Oh, thank you. Good. Rachel, yes. A man should pay on a first. Yeah, pay, 100%. Greta moved to USA. Thank you. So you're paying. So majority of you say you pay. That's amazing. Can you guys move to UK? Because majority of men here split 50-50. Can we just, the American guys or wherever you guys are from, please move to UK and show some standard to guys here. Because here you go on a date, we make you split 50-50. If you don't split 50-50, we call you a gold digger. Yeah, sorry. Oh, and you pay, right. Sorry to insult UK. I live in UK as well. Right. You pay. A man should pay. Of course, he's the provider, right? Like he's taking you on a date. He's paying. It's rough out here. It's very rough out here. You will always pay. Farugia. Right. Are you English, Farugia? It seems like I would assume maybe you're not English background. Maybe that's why you pay. I'm right. Mixed. Okay. Mixed. My mom English. Okay, I see. My dad Italian. Okay, so you're mixed. Do you always pay? Well done, guys. Well done. I'm quite impressed. I don't know, how come I have these high value men here? I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. I'm really, it's really uplifting. It's really, really uplifting. Okay, right. Let me see what other questions I can ask you. Ladies, do you have any questions for guys? Sure. Ladies, do you have any questions for guys? Girlfriends are too expensive. They are not that cheap, are they? Right. Um, do you like passive women? Passive or a woman? Okay, here's, do you like it when a girl asks you out? Be honest. Don't BS me, please. I'll tell you honestly, I never asked a guy out in my life. I never approached a guy in my life. When a guy approaches me, my first answer is usually no, but I take a bit longer and then I, you know, I say yes. But do you ever like, do you like it when a girl approaches you? Submissive and polite, okay. What a waste of time these YouTube videos. I know. So why are you watching this, right? It's such a waste of time. You know, I like when a girl asks me out. I see. I see. I have awesome reading voice. Thank you. Right. So a lot of guys will say that we like it when a girl asks them out, right? I see. And when you take her for granted because she's not a challenge anymore, because you don't have to do anything because you know that she's into you, right? Because I'm too shy. Oh no. Oh no. We need to man up, guys. Man up. Ask girls out. It's so hot. You know, it's so hot. I remember in my 20s, well, not, yeah, mid 20s, there were guys running across the street to ask me out. It was so sweet. We were not English. We were not English, I'll tell you this. I don't think an English guy ever ran across the street for me. But we were definitely running across the street. It was nice. Definitely makes you stand out. Right. So you like it when a girl asks you out. What about asking a woman out? What is your pickup line? What is your pick? I would run across the ocean. Oh dear. Right. I have charmers here going on. I did a bit of modeling. I was a basketball player, actually. I was a basketball player. I'm tall. I'm 6'3", so I was a basketball player in my 20s. That's why I kind of, and I grew up with cousins. I grew up with very masculine men, so I know quite a lot about men just because I was surrounded all my life by very masculine men. Yeah. I did a bit of modeling as well in the past. Not when I'm 40, but in my late 20s. A little, but not much. I hated it. The industry is so toxic. I completely hated it. How to approach women, because we are usually defensive. Be patient. Be patient. A lot of, like, just be patient, be casual. A lot of women freak out. Like, if a woman is confident, right, she's not gonna like run away when you're approaching her. But a lot of women get a little bit intimidated. So be casual, you know, like start a conversation, ask for directions, you know, be very casual. And ask her out for like something public, especially if it's like outdoors. Sorry, especially if you're like, you know, meeting her for the first time. So ask her somewhere public, like so she feels safe, but very casual. You don't need to be like, oh, you're so beautiful, da da da, I saw you across the street. You don't need to do all of that. Just ask her casually, you know, very casually. I'm a masculine guy, but my wallet is so skinny. Well, what is masculinity? Masculinity is ambition, right? Is going for your goals, is going for your dreams, is not wasting your time, is being ambitious, right? That's good. So where are your goals? Don't waste your time. Go for your dreams. I was listening to like a little reel yesterday, and it was saying like, I think it was asking ChatGPT or something. If I was the devil, what would I do to men, to today's society? And the answer was get them all tempted by things, make them all feminine, make them all mediocre, you know, make them all passive. And I feel like this is totally happening in today's society, you know, like men are passive, a lot of men are very feminine. They don't really go for their goals and dreams. Women started going for their goals and dreams. Yeah, women started going for their goals and dreams and not men, you know. So it's like it's kind of crazy. A lot of us very weak inside. Well, why a man? I was thinking, why a man quite, let's say, weak in UK and more strong in Eastern Europe? I think it's the upbringing. Like for example, when I was growing up, right, I even remember like some, you know, like there was a time I think I was what, 8 or 10 when Lithuania was part of uh, a part of Russia. And I remember, like men were raised to be strong, to protect the country, to protect you, to protect women, right? This is why men were raised to be so masculine, to be so fearless. This is why in Lithuania, when I was walking, like, you don't approach a guy, you're nice, you're kind, you don't raise a voice in front of a guy, you don't argue with him, because you have like soldiers. Those men were like soldiers. You feel protected. If something is going on and there's a normal man, you automatically feel protected just because there's a man in a house. Because those guys were raised like soldiers. So when you're raised like a soldier, you're protective, you're masculine, you take charge, you take the lead, you're not that emotional, you're more logical, you see what to prioritize. So when you kind of grow up with guys like that, you automatically are feminine, you automatically are a bit playful, a bit cheeky, because you're allowed to do that, because the man will take charge, right? And when you move to UK, where men are feminine, you're like, what do you do here? I don't understand. What happened? What is this? You know? No, I don't speak Russian. Okay, I'm lying. I speak a little bit of Russian, but let's pretend. Right, Eastern European men just are better like that. Um, how, I'm not feminine. I'm a US soldier. Okay, we got some soldiers in the house. Very nice. I know it's like night and day. Exactly. It's night and day. Exactly. Right. Okay, guys, any other questions you would like to? So I do one-on-one coaching. If you have problems with approaching women, if you're a feminine guy, if you feel like women are walking all over you, I coach men one-on-one as well. So if you want some coaching, the link is in my description. Of course, I coach women as well, but for some reason, my YouTube lives are just getting overpowered by men. So, if you want some one-on-one coaching, if you feel like you're a little bit feminine and you're scared to approach women, or you just have problems, get in touch. A woman has the right to reject, ignore men, but some love making a scene. Yes, women like making a scene, and I think women make scenes a little bit more. Why? Because we are a bit more emotional, right? Women are a little bit more emotional. That's why we make the scenes a bit more. Saying that, this guy says here, I think you need to pay me, I'm younger. A lot of my clients are getting married to younger guys who are the providers. We care, we provide, we protect. So if you're watching coaches, or if you think, guys, it's actually very concerning, I would say, for guys that are older, because I noticed it myself, right? And with my clients, let's say I get clients that are, let's say, 40 years old, and we're going out with the guy who is 50 or 45 or something like that, right? And you go out with this guy and he's playing games. He's inconsistent, he's playing games, he's manipulating, he thinks too highly of himself and all of that, right? And then, because it's such a normality nowadays for older women to date younger guys, and older women, we are usually wiser. You can't play her that easily. You can't manipulate her that easily. She's much wiser. So younger guys get really intrigued by that, because we can manipulate the young girls. The young girls are always throwing tantrums, we always crying, we following their feelings, their heart, and all of that, right? So guys that are in their 30, we don't want to date the girls in their 20s because we're bored of that. We're bored of the tantrums, we're bored of all these scenes, we're bored of that. So we go for women that are 40. Now a woman is thinking, okay, what guy shall I choose? Shall I choose the younger guy that I know how to handle because I have a maturity and I don't play games and I know how to control my emotions, or I choose a guy who is older and who is he's thinking he's all it, and he's like playing games and gaslighting and all of that, right? And when you play your cards right, when you're with a younger guy, a guy who's 30, he is more willing to provide and to pay for you and all of that too. Patience to sit through this is, your patience to sit through this is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. You know, so this is what happens. You know, so I think for guys, it's actually, it's kind of, I would say for guys that are a bit more mature, you have to get yourself together, you know, and you have to step it up, because it's very normal for older women to get younger guys nowadays and to get married to them. And my clients that are marrying the younger guys, those guys are providing, we are protecting. They are not, you know, my clients are not paying for these guys. We're not some toy boys that she's like, you know, paying for him and all of that. No, we all providing, we all protecting, we all stepping up. So there is like, we are going through this. So whoever is coaching only young girls are valuable, only beautiful young girls are valuable, like, don't listen to us. This is, we don't live in 80s anymore. It's not like that. For an older girl, I can go out where I can get Botox, I can get fillers, I can get my lips done, I can look prettier, I can look younger, you know? Or maybe not younger, but a bit better. Not like a crazy way. You can make yourself not look crazy. You can make yourself look quite natural, but better and older, you know? So it's like, you don't have to look plastic, you know? You can still look quite natural and better and older. Well, I wouldn't look at Madonna as inspiration, you know? That's not my scene, you know, more like a church girl type of thing. Natural is, that's beautiful. Why you won't look young? Right. Okay. Let me see what else I can. Tell me, guys, what topics you would like me to talk about. Give me another topic. Give me another topic. Hello, whoever is joining in. You need some, okay. You're more like an investor. Am I? Oh, investor into the younger guy. Well, this is actually another good topic. A lot of women that invest into younger guys, do you know what happens? The younger guys take all the investment, we learn everything, and we leave this older woman for a younger girl, right? Where he can feel a hero too, right? That's what happens, right? Exactly what happens. When you invest in a younger guy and you teach him many things, let's say, right? And you're like, let's say he doesn't have money, he is broke, and you're like, oh, this younger guy, he's like attractive, da-da-da. I'm gonna invest into him and he's gonna appreciate me and stay with me. No, that's not what happens. The younger guys, we take the investment usually, and then we leave the older woman and we go and find someone else. Why? Because a man needs to, he has this need that he needs to feel like a hero to the lady, right? If you're teaching a man, he's not really feeling like a man. You know, you're like a teacher. So if you are dating a younger guy as a woman, like, you can't look at him as like investment. You still have to look at him as a man, as somebody you value and respect, just 10 years younger. For myself, as a handsome hunk, sorry, with a hint of Mediterranean suntan, this is funny, and so much charisma, I find it difficult to find the right lady. What can I do? How to find the right lady? Where are you? Where do you live? El Sayed. Okay. El Sayed, Mediterranean suntan. Where do you live? Are you in Middle East then? Um, right, let me see. Right, it depends where you're looking for, right? You're finding it hard. I would say nowadays it's hard for women and for men, not just for men. You know, to find the right girl for guys is hard to find the right girl because women usually don't get the balance right. We either go one way or another, so it's hard for them to get the balance right. So we get too tough, too bossy, too controlling, or we are too nice, too sweet, too caring. So this gets boring and this is too crazy. And it's really about the getting the right balance. You know, so to find a woman with a balance is very difficult. And with men as well, either he's too masculine in a way that he's just leading and he's disregarding your opinion and he's just not being nice, he's just like taking charge, and you feel then really like disrespected as a woman, like because he's not valuing your opinion, he's like it's all him, da da da, so he's too much of that, or he's too feminine, you know, like he's passive, he's feminine, he can't stand up for you, none of that. So it's really all about the balance, you know, a healthy balance. And it's hard. A healthy balance is hard. um right, let's see. Hello from Australia. Hello, thanks Greta. Night night. Oh, is it? Hi Rachel, what time is it where you are? She was a bit controlling, I see. Stand up. Oh, where do you live? It's a night question. So I'm in UK. I think, okay, so Rachel, maybe you're from Australia. I suppose in Australia it's nighttime right now. In USA it's probably early morning. Happy birthday, a blue man. Uzbekistan. Right, 10:30 p.m. I see. Right. The topic was why guys don't like the nice girls. That's the original topic. And when we talking around this topic, always pay for the lady, definitely. Iran, somebody's from Iran here. My name is Aiden. Okay. Right. Let me see what other topic can I guys bring you. Similar to this. What makes a girl unforgettable? Guys, tell me, what makes a girl unforgettable to you? Like unforgettable. Don't tell me her being nice because that's nothing unforgettable. Good night, whoever is leaving. Well educated, bilingual, and I love people. I'm not gonna answer rude questions and I'm not gonna read out bad comments, nasty comments. So videos and this came up, you're still talking. So I'm being suggested, hey, do you have a day job? This is my day job. This is my day job. I'm dating and relationship coach for women for the last, since 2016. If you look at my YouTube channel, I have nearly 1,000 videos. I've been coaching women since 2017. I coached at least 3,000 women just for one-on-one. So my knowledge in that is quite deep. It's all very psychology related. Psychology differences between men and women. It's a secret. What makes a woman unforgettable? Altruism. Right. What makes a woman unforgettable? A genuinely nice woman is unforgettable. I think maybe it's getting quite rare, right? A genuinely nice woman is actually just getting quite rare. When she tells me what I want to hear. Oh, really? When she tells me what I want to hear. But she'll, okay. Okay. Any rude comments, I'll just ignore it. I can't block it, it's too many. She's still talking and not reading much comments. I am reading everybody's comments. Look, I just read yours. Her uniqueness. What about uniqueness? Okay. What type of uniqueness? Okay, what type of uniqueness? Her manners. Okay, it's getting quite rude, so I think I'm gonna go off. Her face. What makes a woman quite unforgettable? You don't get tired of nice girls. I see. So why do I get so many clients if you don't get tired of nice girls? Where are the clients coming from? Why do my clients keep telling me, you took me for granted, I was too nice, I was wearing my heart on a sleeve, and he disrespected me, he started to cheat on me, he started to tell me I don't have feelings for you, he started to take me for granted. Why majority of my clients are complaining about this? Because you guys are taking nice girls for granted. That's why. That's why girls get too bitchy when on the other side. Being there in hard times, uplifting me in dark times, not just being there when things are going great. Okay. Well, it's nice to hear that you want some good women out there. It's really nice to hear that. Okay, let me ask another question. Who here believes in God? Who goes to church? Any godly man in here? Who's a godly man? Raise your hand. Any godly man in here? Yes, I'm in UK. Me, you go to church. Well done. Okay, go to Sun. Let me see. Believe in God. Just read. Jesus loves you. Amen. Any godly man in here? Church is within. It's both. It's churches within and churches outside. Godly man, Muslim Allah. Okay. Godly man, Australia. What do you want to know about God? I will tell you. I'm a church girl. Don't worry. I know quite a bit. The average income here is almost 100K per year. I'm a Scientologist. You know, science and religion go hand in hand. The first scientists were Catholic priests. The first scientists were Catholic priests. Faith and reason work hand in hand. Science and religion work hand in hand. Without science, we wouldn't have religion. Without religion, we wouldn't have science. Yes, we do. If you look it up, the more you will get into science, the closer you'll get to God. If you think you're into science and your science level is very basic, then yes, you're confused. But the more you'll actually get deeper into science, the closer you'll get to God. Really think you don't know nothing religion. All right, science would exist without religion. No, science would not exist without religion. You need to look deeper. History is very important. History is where it's all at. Nowadays, I think the biggest problem that we are forgetting where we're coming from, our history. It's kind of like we want the quick things, you know, and we kind of made believe that that people in the past were not as smart or etc. This is all BS. No, it's not a Scientologist. I was just asking who is the godly guy. From India State. Okay. Any godly guy? Any girly men in here? I think I saw quite a bit. Talking on first topic, why do men don't like nice girls? And we already discussed this topic the first hour, so this is why we kind of got off the topic for a little bit. Okay. Right, I think I'm gonna go off because I already spent here 75 minutes. That's quite a lot. I got one coffee, I can see that, £3. Thank you, whoever gave me some coffee. Thank you so much. If you want some one-on-one coaching, the links are in the description for men and women. Talk about respect. Next topic. Tomorrow I'll come again. Tomorrow I'll come again, and maybe around this time, and we can talk about a different topic. Okay, so watch out for my live tomorrow. And if you want to give me another coffee, that would be really nice. I also have a membership. If you want to join that, check it out on my YouTube channel. Okay, have an amazing day. Thank you all for watching. Have a blessed day. Lots of love. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel and you all see me tomorrow. Bye guys. Thank you for watching. Bye everyone. Thanks for engaging and watching. Bye bye. 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 Thank you. Irma shout out. Right.